And we are also tracking some slick roads for you this morning. That snow has mostly moved out of the metro area, but that commute might still be a little bit messy for you in some spots. We're going to get to those conditions here in just a moment. First, we all want to wish you a happy Monday morning and a happy new year. This is the first time we get to see you now in 2023. Boy, that feels weird.
It does feel weird, yes.
I'll be writing 22 for a while on papers and scratching it out.
Just don't do it on your checks. That's all that matters.
I'll try.
You use checks?
I do still use checks.
I don't have any checks.
He says checkbook anymore.
I know. It's so true.
Even Ed doesn't use checks. Wow, Jordan.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Happy New Year, everybody.
Okay, so Erica Lopez and Jaleesa Ayers are keeping track of the roads this morning. Matt, we're of course, up in the mountains where there's a lot of fresh powder up there right now.
Yeah, but first, Ed has a lot more on this snow. We are expecting a little bit more today.
yeah, we've got kind of a break right now, but we moisten up the system a little bit later on, just in time for the rush hour.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Nice.
so we'll see some snow. Snow will go into the evening hours. Then I think it starts to clear overnight. Tomorrow we'll see some sunshine, but it's going to stay cold. Only 31 today, only 33 tomorrow before we start to see a warm up to more seasonal conditions. So here's what we've got right now. Just a little hazy, a few flurries here and there. 27 degrees. We've got a temporary break in the snow. But we do have a winter storm warning continuing until 6 o'clock for the mountain locations. You couple that with a winter weather advisory, and we have the avalanche watch in the orange shaded area, avalanche warning in the pink shaded area, and this has just popped up. Out there in Kit Carson and Cheyenne counties, we have a dense fog advisory. Mainly that goes into Kansas, but they've given us 2 counties to cover that as well. So we have a little break in the snow right now. This afternoon, there it is, right around rush hour. The snow comes back over northeastern Colorado and the mountains. Then it goes into the evening hours, but then it begins to clear. By tomorrow morning, we start to see a little sunshine, and then more in the way of sunshine with snow continuing northeast and also light snow for the high country. So Denver's forecast, cloudy and cold today, 31 degrees, maybe an inch or 2 more of snow. That's about it. Decreasing cloud snow ending overnight and 16. And then tomorrow, 33 degrees. We'll go to partly sunny skies. More of the same on Wednesday at 37 degrees, 42 on Thursday, 44 on Friday. And here's how we start the weekend with 45 degrees and sunny to partly sunny skies. Now, Jaleesa Ayers has been out on the roads, and I would think things are a little better than they were with the last storm, and maybe since the last time we talked to you.
Yeah, the roads are definitely better than the last storm we had, and the main roads definitely appear to be a little more clear, but the side roads are a different story. Take a look right here. We are in the Lakewood Wheat Ridge area on Balsam Street, where you can see the roads have barely been touched. These are the roads you have to worry about. They are slick because of that wintry mix we got last night. But the good news is we have seen a lot of plows on those main roads, and we haven't seen any spin outs, which is also a good sign. But again, these secondary roads you need to watch out for. So if you do plan to go out today, please take it easy, brake gradually, and use caution on those on and off ramps when you're getting on the highway. The last thing you want to do is hit a patch of ice and spin out. But look at these secondary roads. They have barely been touched. I think there's only 1 tire mark besides ours going through right now. Naturally, a lot of people are still sleeping right now, but of course you still want to take it easy. And I know I'm not the only one who has been keeping an eye on the roads today. I know, Erica, what's it looking like in your end?
You know what, Jaleesa, where you are right now is kind of like what my initial drive looked like when I was headed into work. It was my side streets that were a little bit sketchy, but like you said, you guys were on some of the interstates as well. They looked a lot more clear, and that's what we're seeing out here as well. Might be a little bit slick in some areas. Of course, it's a little bit wet, so give yourself extra travel time just alone with some of the wetness that we're dealing with. But again, going to be dicier on side streets and neighborhoods as well. But this is I-70 in Wadsworth, where, as you can see, volume really, really light out here, and really no major issues as far as crashes or big backups go. This morning, we're not seeing heavy volume on the roads at all, but we do have that safety closure of Loveland Pass between I-70 and just before A Basin, so you'll want to stick with I-70 through the high country through that area this morning. Both sides of 270 are in the green east and westbound side between I-25 and I-70. You've got a quick 6-minute ride in there, 12-minute drive into Commerce City on 76 West from E470. As far as what we look like on I-25, it looks looks like northbound side is slowing just a little bit between the tech center and downtown. 18-minute ride, 4 minutes for your southbound drive. So 4-minute backup right now on the northbound side. Not sure what that's about, but I'll keep keeping a close eye on everything for you. I-70, though, still no delays here, under 10 minutes in both directions for your drive between I-25 and 225.
All right, Erica, thank you. Yes, everybody be careful out there. Fresh tracks on the slopes. It's one thing. You like that.
That's
Fresh
true.
tracks on the road. A little scary. Well, we might not be getting a ton of snow in the metro area today, but in the mountains is a little bit of a different story.
Fresh powder. Matt Renew is in Silverthorne this morning. Matt, fresh powder up there. It's great for the ski resorts.
Right, guys. Yeah, not bad at all. You know, this storm, not much snow from it overnight. Maybe an inch in this area is what the ski areas will be reporting early on. Loveland, Keystone, A-Basin, Breckenridge, Coppervale doing okay out of this storm. Maybe a little bit more later in the day, but it has been a significant amount of snow over the past few weeks. In fact, in the past 7 days, close to 2 feet of snow's fallen in this area. The ski area is reporting. So a fair amount of moisture. This one sort of seems to be streaming west, east, and north of the Summit County area and the resorts in this area, but certainly 2022 wrapping up strongly in the high country. You look, there's still some snow on the roads up here from the storm. They'll be clearing that out of the way a little bit throughout the day, and if you're heading in or out of the mountains, extended your vacation maybe a little bit, you're going to see some slushy, icy conditions, especially along those higher passes. You head west out of Denver, it's maybe a little bit worse. You start to get the Eisenhower Tunnel, it's going to get a little bit better, and then out towards Glenwood Springs, another return to that snow. But over the course of the season so far, a huge amount of snow has been coming down in the high country. Breckenridge, 126 inches so far on the season is what they're reporting. That's 10 feet of snow so far. The snowpack in this area about 18% above average for this time of year, and you go north and it's even stronger. You look around that Steamboat Springs area, they're doing really well. 33% above average is what the snowpack is up there. The Steamboat Springs ski area reporting about 190 inches of snow so far this season. So that's about 16 feet of snow. So this season's been pretty strong. Corey and Jordan, you look up there, look at that. You could say that the piles here in Silverthorne are taller than street lights.
Yeah.
Taller than street lights up here in Silverthorne. So yeah, it's adding up.
That's going to take a minute to melt, too.
That's an official measurement, too. I think they're adding that to the meteorological terms as we speak, Matt.
Right? Taller than a street light, then you know it's a good winter.
I love the accent. Matt, thank you so much. It's 6:07 right now, and Denver is running out of space to house migrants, and now city leaders are asking the federal government and the Catholic Church for help. As of the last update on Saturday, nearly 1,700 migrants are being housed in emergency shelters. For now, the city is using 2 rec centers, but Mayor Hancock says that can't happen forever, and the city is running out of resources. Mayor Hancock wrote a letter to the Denver Archdiocese asking to use an old nursing home for the poor on the west side of town. He says it could house about 100 people. In total, the city has helped more than 3,000 migrants since the 9th of December. That's cost about $1.1 million. City leaders say they could spend as much as $3 million over the next few months.
Well, there's a new system in Colorado that sends out a specific alert when an Indigenous person goes missing. It went live on Friday, all thanks to a new law signed last year. And 9 News reporter Kelly Rieke spoke with a woman who advocated for the legislation.
CBI issues all kinds of alerts for missing children, seniors. Raven Payman felt one was missing.
Oh, it's meant to speed up the process, and in doing so, hopefully, we will be saving lives and solving crime.
She's a member of the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Relatives Task Force. Her group pushed for an alert that focuses on missing Indigenous people, which launched on Friday because of a new law they supported.
When we do face violence or we do go missing, we're not treated either fairly by law enforcement, or they don't even understand how to approach a family or a community in a respectful way.
When CBI activates the alert, police will be notified. CDOT will also display car information on signs over highways.
Time is of the essence when it comes to a person going missing. And the more time goes by, the less likely you are to either find good evidence or, hopefully even find that person alive.
National data shows 4 out of 5 Indigenous people in the U.S. have experienced a violent crime. Payment believes this new program will solve cases, but hopes it never has to be used.
Fully knowing that when the alert is finally used, that means that someone is missing.
Colorado is the second state to offer an alert for missing Indigenous people. Washington was actually the first. Now, if a case involves an abducted child, there would be a statewide Amber Alert if it meets the criteria.